All right, look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Getting laid off after 60 is a gut punch. And I know because it happened to me in my late 60s. Now, maybe you're sitting there right now and you're wondering if you'll ever work again or if you even want to. Now, maybe retirement sounds scary instead of exciting because, well, you're just not financially ready for that yet. Or maybe you're ready to retire, but you really don't have a clue as to what comes next. Now, here's what I've learned. This isn't the end of your story, and it isn't even close. Now, let's be honest about what we're dealing with here. If you're over 60 and you're looking for work, it's going to take longer. You might have to take less money, and some employers are just going to pass right over you. That's just reality. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that age discrimination doesn't exist, because it definitely does. But here's what else is real. You've got 20, maybe 30 years left. That's a lot of time. And all that experience you've built up, all those problems you've solved, people you've helped, skills you've developed, that doesn't just disappear just because you hit a certain birthday. The question isn't whether you're too old. The question is, what are you going to do with all that knowledge and experience and time that you have left? Now, here's the thing. You don't need to reinvent yourself overnight. I see people trying to do everything at once and they get burned out before they even get started. So just pick one thing. Maybe it's just updating your LinkedIn profile. Maybe it's calling someone in your network that you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe it's taking one of those online courses about something that you're actually curious about. The point is you have to get moving. You can adjust direction as you go, but you can't steer a parked car. Look, I've been through reinventions before. When I left my speaking career to take care of my dad in his final weeks, I had to figure out what came next. I ended up back in high-tech manufacturing and ended up working there 13 years as a laser programmer and technical writer. But I knew myself well enough to know that I'd want to keep working after retirement. That's just who I am. So while I was still working second shift, I enrolled in online classes at a major university. I'd go to classes during the day and head to work of the evening. I got my degree with honors. I set a retirement date, applied for a remote job ahead of time, retired on a Friday, started my new job the following Monday at 63. Not too bad for someone who was supposedly over the hill. Then at 68, a layoff. Now that pushed me to start my own consulting business, not because I had some grand vision, but because I needed to keep working and I figured I might as well work for myself. It wasn't magical, but it was practical. Now here's what you can do. I'm just going to borrow this from some smart people who've actually studied this stuff. First, try what they call prototyping for your next move. Don't commit to anything big, just test it out small. Then start by writing down two things: your work view, what work means to you now, not what it used to mean, and your life view, what you actually want your life to look like. Now, don't make this hard. Don't make it complicated. Just write a paragraph about each one. This is going to give you a compass for making your decisions. Here's the key. Stop trying to recreate your old successes. Now, that's really what trips up most people our age. Instead, figure out how your strengths have evolved. Maybe you're not as sharp on the technical details as you used to be, but you can see patterns and teach people things that they can't learn from Google or AI. Now, that's valuable. And here's something else to remember. Everybody's talking about AI replacing jobs. And yeah, it's happening. It happened to me. But AI can't replace lived experiences. It can't read a room. It can't calm down an angry customer. It can't know when someone's bluffing in a negotiation because you've seen it 100 times before. AI does not have the judgment honed by decades of mistakes and wins. It can't mentor someone through a crisis or know which rules to bend and when to bend them. Those are human skills that only get better with age, not worse. Then pick one small experiment this week. Maybe it's volunteering somewhere to test if you still like working with people. Maybe it's taking a small project to see if consulting appeals to you. The point is to try things without betting the farm. Now, if you'd like to dig deeper into this kind of approach, I've got 2 books that can really help you work your way through some of these transitions. Remember, with any book, eat the meat and spit out the bones, as we used to say. So take what works for you and leave the rest. The first one is Designing Your Life by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans. It's going to teach you how to use thinking to create meaningful, joyful, and fulfilling lives using proven techniques like reframing and prototyping and mind mapping. It's real practical stuff. It's not theory. From Strength to Strength by Arthur Brooks can help you understand how to set yourself up for more happiness by focusing on things like your wisdom and to stop chasing empty rewards and that sort of thing. So it's really going to help you get your focus back where it needs to be. All right, look, I'm not going to tell you that this is going to be easy or that everything's going to work out perfectly because we know better than that, don't we? But I will tell you that giving up at 60-something is a waste of a lot of your good years and a lot of your hard-earned wisdom. Now, if you found this video be helpful, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it with someone else who might need to hear it. And if you want more straight talk about navigating this stage of life, stick around. I've got plenty more to say about it. I'll see you in the next one.